In just the last 10 years, we've discovered that we need more than DNA to create a living embryo. The egg also contributes vital molecules that latch on to DNA and initiate the complex timing of when genes begin to turn on and off. No one knows if a modern emu egg would provide just the right chemical mix for the genes in ancient DNA to spring to life. Clearly, making a dinosaur from scratch is a huge undertaking, but that doesn't mean it's impossible.
If we could come up with viable DNA, which is, again, one of the critical parts to the whole, I think, equation, then I think it's reasonable to assume that we could get the system to work. All the evidence so far suggests that it probably can be done.
Our scientists have done things which nobody's ever done before.
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Today, no scientist is trying to create a theme park animal as they did in Jurassic Park. They want to understand how evolution works. Experiments like theirs are giving us more insight into the genetic history of modern animals, and even ourselves. But with enough time and money, could someone ever create a dino-like creature from a bird? Sean Carroll sees many obstacles along the way.
We could imagine taking some sort of stab about how to change this trait or that trait. It would be a lot of trial and error. It's an unimaginable number of steps. So I wouldn't pretend to imagine how long it would take us to make any sort of progress in that direction.
But Jack Horner believes that in less than 50 years it will be possible.
I have no doubt that it could happen. I think the chances of recreating a bird with a lot of dinosaur characteristics is very high.
Hans Larsen goes further. He believes that in 100 years or so, it would be possible to retro-engineer animals that look just like the ancient dinosaurs.
One could take everything we know about development, all the genetics, all the non-genetics parts of it, and we could probably create any kind of anatomy that we see out there. Why can't we take all that information, just change around a little bit, and produce a T-Rex? Or something that looks just like a T-Rex. I think that kind of a scenario is quite possible. Maybe sooner than we think.
Have we seen the last of Jurassic Park? Maybe not.
You know, I have to admit that I've certainly imagined walking up on a stage to give a talk and having a little dino chicken or whatever you want to call him walk up behind me. That would be kind of cool.